What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Neisha Neshae, and I just did Behind the Music with Foreign Magazine.
The Foreign Magazine, Detroit, baby, we out here. You see what's going on, we activated, we ain't playing no games.
Going into 2025, I wanted to come fresh, so I wrote down all my goals and a time frame that I wanted to complete them by. And I just wanted to approach this year differently than I've ever approached any year, especially creatively. So I think what made me want to come differently is I'm about to be 29. Not that age is really a thing, but you start looking at your life as you get older and you want to be in a different position. And so I'll be 30 soon. One of my goals was to be rich by the time I was 30. So I got like a year. And so that's what made me be like, you know what, I need to do a reflection on myself and see what kind of like changes and adjustments I've made over the years and, just go hard this year. So I've been going hard in the week. So my manager said he is friends with this young lady named Grace. And so he sent me the song one day. He was like, I think this might sound good for you. And I listened to the words and I'm like, you know what? I am in this era right now where I'm stepping out of my old ways and my old habits and, letting go of the friendships that aren't for me and just stepping away from things. And I'm like, this song perfect for me. So I recorded it at home. I sent it back to them and Fat Boy liked it. That's who produced the record. So, it's been up ever since. Shout out to Grace and Fat Boy. Make sure y'all go download stuff. On the delusional side of things, I think I feel like in my heart maybe I've been cheated on, but I don't have any physical proof. So I feel like, when I've had those moments in my relationships where I'm like questioning the person I'm messing with, it's like, if I ever find out that you on this, of course I'm gonna step away. I don't think I would ever be able to stay with a cheater or anything like that. So, but just the overall concept of the record and stepping away from like toxic relationships and understanding your worth and knowing that before you even take on a relationship, sometimes it's super important. Not sometimes, all the time it's important. Like, so basically that part where I said this relationship, might not have worked out, but just know that the next person is going to know my worth. And so for that, I got to step. I came up with a dance to it.
Yeah,
there's like a little 1-2
that.
step. So I do got to post a tutorial to that on my Instagram so people can learn it and hop on the challenge. Jackpot is one of my favorite records. It's more on the personal side of love things. I did write that about one of my past relationships. So at the time, I think I was in a space where I was trying to convince him that I really did love him and that, one of the ways for me to show that was through my music. So that's where that came from. I kind of wanted him to understand that I felt grateful to have him. I wanted him to feel my appreciation and all these other feelings. And so I just put it all in a song. I think just some of the arguments we was getting in sometimes and him feeling like I didn't really fuck with him like that made me want to be like, well, here's one of my greatest gifts that God has given me, and I'm gonna create a song and give it to you. And so I feel like maybe that helped him see I really did, I really did fuck with him like that, even though we're not together anymore. It's cool. I absolutely knew that it wasn't just gonna even be about relationships, because the Jackpot theme could also be around like a mother and a son, where she appreciates his love for her and how he protects her, and a mother's love for her son and vice versa is just one of a kind. So, I feel like just love all around can be used in so many different ways. And also, like, Black men don't always get the praise and appreciation and love that, they deserve and that they need. And so this song really shines a light on, I love you when you're down. I appreciate you and I see you and I hear you and I feel you, even on those days when you don't feel like that about yourself.
Okay.
I know that was deep. That hit somewhere. The first thing that comes to mind when I think of cold streets is the people that I've lost, along my journey. I think about how you gotta always have your own back, no matter what. You always got to look out for yourself and hold yourself down. And that you just, you gotta keep going. Also, don't forget that God is your blanket and your warmth and your strength through it all. You know what I mean? Cold Cash produced that record, Cold Streets. We recorded a few records that night. I think that was one of our favorites when we did it. So it's been a couple years since we recorded that, but we put it out. It's getting great feedback. And if you've ever lost anyone or you're able to smile through all the pain and the darkness, then this song is like for you. They look at me crazy. I'm just trying to make it. Everybody faking. Ain't nobody safe here. Because, sometimes you think you know somebody, you don't really know them. And it doesn't matter how close you think you are to them. Sometimes when you in that grind mode and you don't have time to hang out and answer your phone and always be there for people, they look at you crazy. And they don't really see you as, that good friend. Like, you want to show up for people, but you can't. And then you lose those people. So that just shows how cold the world really is, And you can lose people to so many different things out here. So just stay warm. Stay cozy. I love my wordplay in that song. Sometimes I am hard on myself when it comes to my creativity. So it will take me bouncing the song down, listening to it 100 times to really be like, okay, this is something. And me being a Gemini, I often feel like people should leave me alone. Not even on some like mean stuff, but it's like, certain lines you can't cross with a Gemini. But anyways, okay, let's get into it. Leave Me Alone is about me finding myself and being able to accept that sometimes you're going to be by yourself when you're doing a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? You're going to have to go to some parties alone, some events alone, go to dinner alone, go to bed alone. And sometimes it's by choice and sometimes it's not. And I think that's what was in my mind when I made this song. It's like, I don't want anybody fake around me. I don't want anybody's like, anybody that's using me, opportunists. Leave me alone. In so many different ways. And the cadences in that song, the hook is unforgettable. So yeah, make sure you guys check out Leave Me Alone on all streaming platforms. I don't feel like that. I'm very anal, very particular about a lot of stuff. My manager will tell you. Like, I will not allow something to, if I feel like it's something I got to change, sometimes it's last minute. That's like one of my horrible things that I do. I wait till last minute to change my mind. But I feel very confident in that song. I love everything I said, and I feel like my message got across, very clearly. And I hope anybody that listens to the song can digest what I'm saying in the most healthy way. A lot of people that are in relationships get out of them and then go around and they group chats and around to all their friends and act like they don't miss the person that they was with. And I hate it. Because they know deep down inside they're struggling to move on from it. But they fake it and they do, all that. Other people's things is not my business. Maybe in terms of relationships that I've been in, I know people go around fronting like they don't miss me. And I know they do. So that's where that song came from. It's like, go around to your friends, act like you don't miss me, love me, need me, and want me. But that's on you, because I know you do. Maybe a little bit, because I'm not a liar. I wouldn't act like I've not had a relationship end and I didn't, maybe think about it a little bit. But I'm also don't consider myself a backtracker. Like, even if I did miss something or someone, I don't go back and redo it again and try it, Never been one for the chasing. I'm not even into blame games. I know you're missing your main thing. Fuck your new bitch cause she ain't me. Boy, you're fucking with a boss you better recognize. That's my favorite part. Cause it's just so bossy. That's me all day. It's like, I might be tripping internally, but you'll never see me. Ever see me. Ever. Back in the day, you might have, but since I found myself, going back to Leave Me Alone, finally found myself, now they can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing.
One thing that stood out to me, man, Icewear Vezo said that you were his favorite R&B singer out of the city. For you and him, I don't know if this y'all first time actually working like together in that capacity. I know y'all, you know, had a relationship, you know, whatever. But for you to get him on this song, Demon Time, just seeing y'all out at the club, you know, kind of giving like a little, you know, little light performance to it. How fun was it to work with Vez? What was the inspiration behind the song? Talk to us about it.
I recorded Demon Time like 3 years ago, about 3 years ago. But I don't know why I didn't put it out at the time, but I realized a little while after I wanted Vezo on a song. I'm like, he would sound perfect on this, like his vibe. And so I hit him up about it, and I know he's a busy man, so it took him a little bit of time to, you know, do the feature, but I knew he was gonna kill it, so it was worth the wait, you know. So when he sent it back to me, I'm like, this is it, you know. And I was like, I wanna put this out before my project comes out, because Demon Time is kind of like a different era or vibe of me. And so yeah, like we gonna be outside, we pushing that. Like, shout out to Vezo, by the way, because he's always been genuine to me, you know. Like I could talk to him about anything. Like, he has my back. He's supportive, positive, family man. Like, you know, if anybody know Vezo, they know that's a solid. So, well, like you said, you know, you've been seeing me. I've been on my grind. It's been like a all gas, no break type of thing when it comes to everything I'm doing. And, you know, when I think Demon Time, or when other people think or hear, I want them to think power, you know, stepping into your unapologetic era, embracing your darkness and your sexy, because yes, God gave us light, but he also gave us fire. And sometimes when people are maybe taking advantage of or not appreciating the humble side of you, you got to step into that one time, like that room shaker time, you know, that big energy time. So that's what that song is about. Like, I am a huge lover of God. I don't want anyone to see the title or hear the song and think, oh, she's like selling her soul. One, soul's not for sale. Two, I like to put separate messages in my songs. Like the few songs we talked about today, Leave Me Alone, That's On You, they have almost like a hidden message, but you wouldn't even really know it unless you listen to the whole song or the storyline. So yeah, I want the ladies to pop out this summer and feel sexy and feel powerful and feel confident and unapologetic about being who they truly are, or about embracing that side of you that society be trying to silence sometimes. Don't be too loud. Don't be too, you know, extra with your makeup and your hair and whatever, you know?
Sure.
This summer is about unapologetically being yourself. So I hope the ladies are ready. God has completely redirected me on my path in life. When I was younger, I was definitely headed in the wrong direction for a little period of time. Music saved me from that, you know, and gave me a bigger purpose in life, something to wake up every day and live for. And, you know, God has given me the discipline to, like, cut out smoking so much, cut out the drinking every day, or not every day, but, you know, just excessive bad habits. God gave me a revelation and allowed me to discover that the things that I'm doing with my music or public speaking, acting, anything of that nature it's way bigger than me. All this stuff I'm doing has nothing to do with me and everything to do with the people that I'm affecting around me. So living in that is giving me a new direction, you know. 12 songs, no features.
Okay.
It's all Neisha. It's a new vibe. It's a new era. It's a revolution. Like, I don't want to just drop this and people feel like this is just something for me to put out. Like, I put a lot of love and energy, and I think every song on the project, maybe one, with the exclusion of one song, I wrote them all and recorded them all at my house.
Engineer Neisha.
Yeah, don't play with your girl now. She's not on it now. Well, I just appreciate everyone that has supported me along my journey. You know, it's a never-ending journey. And, you know, as a creative, you go through all of these different levels of who you are. It's a never-ending process of self-discovery. And anybody that's chasing their goal of being an artist or anything, you know, you have to be comfortable with continuously getting to know who you are, and then also be comfortable with those people around you sometimes not accepting those different levels. And I think that I'm saying that because of Demon Time. You know what I mean? I've learned a lot along my journey. I have some really beautiful people around me, like my team. I'm super grateful. Like, you know, I'm grateful for Christian. He's here with me, my friends, everybody that actually sees me and hears me and understands where I'm coming from. Like, I'm just grateful for that. And I hope everyone is as excited and looking forward to the new music as I am, because we're about to have a time, baby. We just warming up.